r/ask Reddit. Serious, people who have a mental health disorder. What's something you want to tell those who don't? It really helps when you just accept the situation. My co-worker asked if I was okay the other day, and I admitted I was having a panic attack. He didn't go OMG or try to fix it. He just said, oh okay, I didn't know you had those, and continued having a normal conversation, leaving it up to me if I wanted to explain further. It was an awesome way to respond because it let me maintain control, didn't force me into overthinking, and didn't make me feel like someone being pitied. We ended up having a good chat about it, and I really appreciate how he handled it. Most others either overly patronize or get upset for some reason, and that always makes it worse. Anxiety here. I don't get to choose what I am anxious about. Yep, sometimes it's dumb shit. I once spent a sleepless night convinced I'd be fired because even though I obsessively counted and recounted how many sandwiches we needed for the staff meeting, I was still afraid I'd ordered too few and that my boss would be furious and I'd end up losing my job. The reality of it was that I actually ordered too many sandwiches. No one gave a shit, and even if I hadn't ordered enough it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's so ducking hard to control an anxiety spiral once it gets kicked off, even when it's over something ridiculous. Anxiety makes the smallest thing seem like the worst, most terrifying thing in the world. It's not rational, and it's not as simple as just stop worrying about it. Depression isn't sadness. If I had to describe it, it's like a constant feeling of despair, exhaustion, and lack of fulfillment. I mean, you can be happy when you're depressed, but at the end of the day you just go back to why the heck work so hard to be happy if I can just stop being? Sometimes it takes a lot of energy to do little things. Just because I'm not feeling up to it today doesn't mean I'm lazy or unambitious or whatnot. Sometimes I'm just drained mentally and emotionally. This is me right now. I'm getting in a lot of trouble from parents because I just sit around. I'm still not sure if I'm actually depressed or not, but it still sucks. I don't take antidepressants to be happy. I take them to not want to kill myself. My antidepressants don't add happy, they block sad. If I'm having a nice day, if I'm enjoying myself, please don't come at me saying, see, that wasn't so hard, because you'll literally ruin everything. There are moments in which I just want to forget how I feel and not to think about me as a walking mental illness. So please stop associating everything I do with it. If I'm having a nice day, don't talk about my pain. Don't remind me, because it's still there, just hidden. So don't bring that up. Yep, having a good day is literally not because you succeeded, it's just cause you managed to get your mind off of the fact you like nothing about your life. It wasn't hard, well a ducking was, and now it's gone cause I'm back to thinking. Suicide is not an option people want, but it's an option people will take because it is an option. There was a very long period in my life, several years, that all I had to hang on to and keep me going was, well, if it's still bad tomorrow, I can always kill myself then. Day after day I'd tell myself that same thing. I'm not lazy, I honest to God don't have energy. Why are you tired? What did you even do today? Like, dude, IDK why I'm this tired, and making me feel guilty about it doesn't help. I wish people would get that being depressed anxious really is so physically draining. It's not obvious that everyone struggles. Honestly, yeah, I've seen people say to people who have depression, for example, but you don't look unhappy. Mental illness doesn't have a face. Someone may be struggling and you may not even know. Just because I'm not physically doing ritualistic behavior and checking everything, doesn't mean I'm not mentally going over everything in my mind over and over again. Being tired psychologically is just as worse as being tired physically. Nah, it's ducking worse. When I was at the gym I had no problem being worked out. It sometimes even felt good, and sleeping or just sitting in bed watching TV would make it better. Sleeping doesn't make psychological tiredness better. It's never better. Do what you love is a useless statement when you don't love anything. Same with what do you enjoy, or do what makes you happy. If you actually enjoy things or experience happiness, we're on whole different levels. It really just stings when I get garbage like that said to me. Like, thanks for reminding me I can't experience joy or anything close to it. Oh god, that annoys me so much. As someone who has depression, Being told just be happy or smile through it is one of the most irritating and somewhat insulting things you can be told. Medication is a necessity for some people. If someone you know and love is on medication, do not judge them. Do not tell them to stop taking their meds. Do not tell them that they seem fine and don't need meds. It's their choice. Respect their choice. Likewise, if someone doesn't want medication, no matter how much you think they need it, support their decision. This, especially in the new era of holistics and new age shit. I've seen so many dangerous threads of spiritual woo-woo people saying how you don't need meds to fix your soul. You can do it on your own through meditation or Reiki or essential oils or crystals, etc. That shit drives me insane. Don't get me wrong. I love all that stuff and I think those things have their place alongside Western medicine. Some people need medications. Period. Holistic medicine is not going to cure my BPD. LOL. I have major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder. I care about nothing and everything. I want to stay in bed all day but my anxiety won't let me. I feel nothing and everything. I want to get nothing done. But everything needs to be done at once and I can't get things done because it had to be done right now. All of it. I really am smart. But I overthink everything and can't get my words out right, so I SUD dumb. I'm not sure how many people know this, but eating disorders and starving yourself can often be a form of self-harm, slow deliberate suicide versus actually caring much what your body looks like or what women find attractive. People with mental health issues are good at hiding how they feel. Usually these people use humor to put up with thoughts and feelings. So next time you hear someone joking about depression, they probably have experienced it. I'm an Iraq veteran with PTSD. Please stop trying to make me talk about that shit. I know you think you mean well, but by trying to coax my demons out for your mere curiosity, you're actually making my distress 1,000 times worse. Same goes for anyone with any degree of PTSD who got it for any reason, such as disaster survivors, war victims, rape survivors especially need to have their boundaries respected. If I want to talk, I will. It may or may not be with you. That's my decision to make. Stop romanticizing mental illness. It is not mysterious and sexy. It does not make you unique. It is not a joke. Very often, the penalty for untreated mental illness is physical illness. A personal example. I'm 29 in a good, middle-class profession. I'm staring at about 10k worth of dental work, after insurance, because of the damage my neglect did to my teeth while I was in denial about my bipolar disorder. This isn't the kind of dental work that exists in the abstract. All of my front teeth are broken and rotten. I have cavities in almost all of my teeth. My wisdom teeth are basically just nubs. My risk of heart disease is significantly higher than the general population as a result. All because I didn't want to get treatment when I had symptoms at 16. Because I wanted a career in the military. I wanted to be normal, so I could follow my dream like all my teachers told me to. Instead, I'm just in constant pain while I try to scrape enough money to at least get my front teeth fixed. Your friend that disappears, no calls, no texts, and then shows back up like nothing happened isn't flighty or angry at you. They're depressed. The ducked up thing though, is that during their downtime, they were probably worried you were angry at them. Depression is weird like that. Try to at least learn enough about the disorder to identify the signs of depression. Though you may feel unable to help, just understanding can mean the world to someone who's going through the extreme lows of depressive thought. The best thing you can do is to simply listen to them when they're ready to talk. Suggest meekly that they might need some outside help, if only to plant the idea of recovery, but don't force anything. You're not hosting an intervention. Whatever you do, don't ever encourage someone who's suffering in silence to just cheer up. Definitely don't try to force them to hang out or go somewhere they don't want to be. Most importantly, do not suggest or offer drugs or alcohol to them. In doing so, you may well become partially responsible for your friend's death. I got called lazy by teachers all the time growing up because I had severe anxiety. It happens frequently with kids who have anxiety or ADHD. Please quit doing that. Most first graders aren't actually slacker anarchists. Mental disorders are not always beautiful or sympathetic like you see in the movies. People who have mental disorders will do things that are annoying, scary, disgusting, or disturbing. Don't expect us to behave normally with a small side of sadness. That's not how mental disorders work. And if we do something that doesn't make sense to you, don't tell us you're being crazy. Yep, no shit, Sherlock. Of course I'm acting crazy. Did you think mental disorders made people act normal and rational? I don't have to be crying 24/7 to still be clinically depressed. Yes, I will have a laugh, smile, and show other emotions from time to time. It doesn't mean I am better or have been just overdramatic. I can and do lose weeks to depression. What happens during them? I couldn't tell you. It's a bad day, then it's a bad week, and suddenly it's 3 weeks later and I haven't done anything worthwhile but sit and disappear into a void. Insomnia doesn't help. I can't just go to bed earlier. Often I take hours to fall asleep, and can't stay asleep. When my sleep is poor, the walls come down and the depression rushes in. Benzos help when my sleep problems are anxiety based, but I don't take them frequently. It's not an addiction I want to deal with. Yes, I'm medicated. Yes, I see a psychologist. Yes, I exercise. Yes, I meditate and work on mindfulness. But I'm fighting an uphill battle and progress is slow and not linear. There is no one quick solution to it and it frustrates me far more than it will ever frustrate you. OCD is not anything like what you think it is. It's not a preference for order, or a need to clean, or a desire to alphabetize. My mind is broken. It's a handicap. It's not cute. Edit. Also, please stop saying OMG I'm so OCD about. We all have our problems or other people have it worse than you. You know could not be any less helpful. I swear I am trying. My best looks different than yours. I truly and desperately don't want to be the way that I am. There's nothing I wouldn't give or that I wouldn't do if it would make the problems stop. Just because you like to clean or keep things in order does not make you OCD. I'm personally sick of those stereotypes. Psychosis does not mean dangerous. Psychotic people are basically no more likely to be violent than neurotypical people, as long as you control for other factors, like drug use, the fact that I think I'm dead sometimes, or that mirrors are portals to other dimensions, does not in any way mean that I will hurt you. Also, psychotic people are more likely to be abused than non-psychotic people, often by caretakers. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.